right, hot Holly Christie. So your concern was about building a worshipable ass with dealing while dealing with a finicky lower back. So I know you mentioned that you have disc issues in your lower back, but the complaints, the motions that aggravate it, driving a lot, tromping around in heels, and bending over to touch your toes are not disc dependent, okay? When you aggravate a disc, it feels like someone is like stabbing you in the spine. When you create a spasm because of a weakness, suddenly something snaps and then you're laid up for a while, okay? Disc discomfort tends to be intermittent, tends to be brief. You do something, I don't even know what the heck I did, and suddenly, bing, that really hurt, but now it's gone. It was like, you know, something descended out of nowhere and then it left with no notice. But weak muscles, they will hang in there as long as they can, and then we do one thing too many or a little too far, and something lets go, all right? Or really, it's actually something recoiling. We can talk about that a different day, all right? So that's awesome. So that means that you just need to strengthen your lower back, okay? Ways to do that. So to strengthen a muscle, you need to contract it, okay? So hands and knees, lifting your leg, that's so great, okay? Stomping on the ceiling, excellent as well. I personally love being on your stomach and then just thinking about lifting up your chest and lifting up the backs of your legs, all the while contracting your lower back, okay? So maybe 3 sets of 10, amazing. A couple to a few times a week, that would be incredible. And I will tell you, it's boring. It feels like nothing is happening, or maybe it even feels challenging, potentially. It adds up, okay? It really accumulates, and it'll make a major, major difference for your comfort and your safety and other movements that you do, okay? So, additionally, to build this worshipable butt, so your glutes are like the main meat of the caboose. They do forceful, your gluteus maximus, big guy, forceful extension of the thigh. So we talked about squats, we talked about lunges. We're going to do step-ups. And step-ups essentially require more of your butt to extend from a higher altitude. You're increasing the angle, okay? So I'm going to show you this, and we're going to do 2 other things to tweak traditional exercises in order to sculpt something worthy of worship, all right? So, step-ups. So this, it doesn't have to be super high. It could be lower if you wish. Just keep listening to your body and keep graduating things as needed to keep giving you a bit of challenge while keeping you safe, all right? So what you want to do is you want to think about sticking your foot on a stair or a stool surface. You want to think about driving off of your heel. Maybe you're pulling your belly in to support your lower back as well as to lift you up, all right? Hang on to something if that feels better. Keep your chest up. It's so important for you to keep your back flat, everybody, but especially you. Sticking out your butt a little bit, okay? If you want to add weight, do it with the same side as the leg that you're working with, okay? So then, great, gluteus maximus, awesome. Now, there's another little muscle that is called your gluteus medius, and what it does is it turns your toes out. The reason why we want to know about this muscle is because it kind of peeks out from underneath your gluteus maximus, and what it does is it creates this sweet little curve on the side of our butt, the side of our hips, okay? So the ways to contract that, the ways to develop that, is to do exercises where we're turning our feet out, turning our toes out. So there's an exercise called a curtsy lunge. I'll show you that. So instead of being here, we're going to be here. All right? So we're stepping behind us to at an angle, and we're developing these little guys. Additionally, traditional squats, when our toes are straight on, develop our quads, and might even put a little more emphasis on our knees. We can do a squat as well with our toes turned out, which emphasizes this, this gluteus medius, this little guy on the side, okay? My personal preference. So instead of being here, we're going to be here. And so, Holly, you don't need to go super deep, okay? Yes, you want to make sure you stick your butt out. For anyone past a certain depth, their butt starts to drop, okay? But especially with a weak lower back, it doesn't need to be super deep, okay? Keeping your chest up, keeping your eyes forward will keep your back flat. When your eyes go down, your body goes wherever your eyes go, okay? And so I think that's it, all right? Strengthen your lower back, please, 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 please. Step ups, curtsy lunges, bowler squats, toes turned out, chest up, okay? So check it out, give me feedback, let me know how you do. All right, love you much, mama.